What do you expect out of the Chargers first year?
Yeah, I have the expectation that they'll absolutely play meaningful football games in December. I think Harbaugh is too good of a coach. I think their offensive line is going to play too much in control of football games, just stylistically. I think their tight ends will be a much bigger part of their football team pass game wise than people believe. I love the addition of Ladd McConkey. Quentin Johnson's got to take a step forward. I think the defense will play a little bit more consistent than it did against Brandon Staley. So I'm not giving them the division and I'm not giving them a playoff spot, but I am saying they'll be playing meaningful football games in December.
And I love what Harbaugh is doing, and I've been saying this for years, that somebody's going to have a different approach and not going to be throwing the ball 40 times. That he wanted to have an offensive line just like he did at San Diego, Stanford, San Francisco, Michigan, and that's what he's going to do. He could have taken a wide receiver, could have taken a tight end, and all along I kept thinking he's just going to build that offensive line again.
Yep. And I'll always go back to the quote he shared this offseason and it's what I've believed for a long time and tried to articulate. He just did it better when he said, every position is dependent upon the offensive line. The offensive line is dependent on no one. And that, I've always said, like, if you got a great offensive line, the skill players are better than they actually are. And the same with the quarterback. But if you have a great quarterback, it doesn't, the offensive line being poor negatively affects him. So I kind of had that same thought, the way he was going to kind of build that football team. And I just think that it's cyclical. For 2 years, I have felt that the offensive line was going to, or the NFL, for 2 years, the NFL was going to trend towards going back to early 2000s football. And that was going to be a little bit more focus on shrinking down formations. Let's pound the football. Bigger linebackers going to be needed. Run stopping defensive tackles. We got to control the line of scrimmage. And it feels like, 35% of the league is at that point right now.